Fin de siècle. We think probably the work of the French silversmith Georges Fabienne. Charming, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's charming. And it's mine.
I beg your pardon?
Presented to me by Kranko when I danced for him in Stuttgart. More years ago than I care to remember.
Oh, you mean it was once in your possession?
Until a few weeks ago, when it was stolen.
I'm sorry, madam. I hope you're not implying... I mean, this is a very reputable establishment. There are strict guidelines. Up-to-date police descriptions of all stolen silver. This music box is not listed.
Oh, I know it's not. Just tell me what you're asking.
You want to buy it?
Yes. I want it back.
Oh, but if you say it was stolen, shouldn't you report it to the police?
The price, please.
£1,200. Don't you want to see the thief caught?
I know who stole it. Only too well.
Right, thanks.
Didn't he want you handling his case?
Didn't he want you handling his case?
Maybe you should learn to speak English again, dear heart.
Well, that's a bloody racist remark,
No,
if
it's
ever...
not. No, it's not.
Where's Fred?
Good day. He's out of town. I'm his partner, Jack Bartholomew. Can I help?
No, I wanted to talk to Fred. We're good friends. I felt he'd understand.
Understand what?
Are you a secretary? You don't look like one.
You're right, I'm not.
And this is Julie. She's a singer.
Oh. Do you dance as well?
Sort of.
Can you phone Fred?
No, he's out of town. He's doing a spot of fishing.
Fred's gone as well, has he?
What do you mean as well?
Oh, my Henry's an angler. He's treasurer of the City Angling Club. That's how I know Fred. He sometimes comes to the house. Fred's the only one of that bunch of flycasters with any decent conversation. Well, I suppose you'll have to do then. I'm Lucia Danova.
Danova. Ballerina.
Thank you for remembering.
Oh, you look wonderful.
How kind. I wish I had a figure like yours.
Well,
What can we do for you, Miss Danova?
I've lost a number of things through theft. The little things didn't matter too much. But then she stole this. My music box. One of my most cherished possessions.
Now, let's get this straight.
look, would you like me to go?
No, you look sympathetic.
You say it was stolen, yet you have it.
She sold it. I had to buy it back from a shop.
First, you better explain who she is.
Stephanie. Stephanie Garfield, who stays with me and Henry. A dear, sweet young girl. She's been a guest for the past year. I never dreamt she was in trouble with her finances. If only she'd told me. Anyhow, it all came to a frightful row. Henry openly accused her, and then she ran off. We haven't seen her since.
So you want us to find her for you?
Oh, I don't want to put Stephanie in jail or anything. Just find her and tell her she's been forgiven. She can come back and we'll sort it out.
Abysmal. Absolutely awful. It's a travesty. What are we to expect when it is lit? Not a Midsummer Night's Dream, a Midsummer Night's bloody nightmare. I want texture, depth. This is a Hollywood soap opera. Don't you agree?
Oh, I don't know. I reckon it looks pretty good.
Oh, God. One of our cousins from the Antipodes. Their light's so different, they're all blind when they're in Europe.
Tough life being a decorator.
Scenic artist, cobber.
Yeah. It's no wonder if you might help me. I'm looking for Stephanie Garfield.
Steph?
Yeah, they told me at the RSC she might be here doing casual work.
She's not in this workshop at the moment. They just cancelled 2 productions. Have you tried the fringes? Bush? King's Head?
No, not yet.
Derek's your best bet. Stephanie was with him in the pub the other night. He's in the King's Road.
Oh, thanks.
Derek? Want to talk to you?
Stephanie?
It's Stephanie Garfield. You were with her a couple of nights ago.
Whatever I was.
You a close friend of hers?
Been mates since art college. Why?
I'm trying to contact her.
What for?
It's personal.
Also, a bit heavy having a private dick on the prowl after you. Here, hold that for me, would you?
Well, do you know where I can find her?
Just bumped into her. I might see her around.
Well, if you do, you might give her a message. You, tell her that a landlady's worried about her and she's welcome back any time.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
I thought you knew all about gays down under.
What?
And the old dame's a dyke. Didn't you know?
Sterling! Phone call for you.
I don't believe it. Oh, Fred. Yeah, it's me. I'm sorry to disturb the fishing, but I got this real lulu of a job on hand. Yeah, well, I said I'm sorry, Fred.
Jack, scattered around me are a dozen men from the city who are here just to get away from phones. We're all here for peace and tranquility and the deadly serious business of luring trout from the bottom of a lake. I asked you not to ring. Look, never mind. What is it?
I'm trying to trace someone for a friend of yours, yeah, Lucia Danova.
Oh, why, dear Lucia? How is she? What's up? I see, poor Lucia. She must be very upset. Well, I've met Stephanie a couple of times. Oh, yes, I am very understanding. Especially to ex-prima ballerinas. Yes, Jack, I know she's a lesbian. Yes, that's correct. Henry is our treasurer.
Oh, apart from the domestic breakup, there's the whole theft angle. Now, maybe you should get the husband side of the story. He's not. He's what? But she said... Yeah, all right, Fred, I'll see what I can make of it before you get back. And, yeah, happy landings or whatever.
Well, that took long enough.
We got it wrong. Henry's Lucia's son.
Well, that's different then, isn't it?
Is it? It must be pretty difficult having a gay mum. And another thing, you told her a lie. He's not at the fishing.
Morning, David. Couple, please.
Good morning, Mother.
Henry, didn't realize you'd be back this morning.
I didn't say when I'd be back.
How was the fishing?
Oh, very pleasant. Rained a little. Got some trout. Supper.
I gather Fred went along too.
Fred?
Fred Hurley. Such a brave young man.
Yes, Fred. How did you know?
Henry, I've got the music box back.
Yeah, so I saw. So she returned it.
No, it was in a shop window.
Where?
Camden Passage. I've arranged to try and persuade Stephanie to come back.
And how much will that cost you?
Henry, I want to talk to you.
You'll have to wait. I've got to get to work.
Henry. Yes? Oh, it's you, Mr. Bartholomew. Have you found her?
Not yet.
Henry's just been in and left these before he rushed off to work. Do come in.
I didn't realise that Henry was your son.
Oh, didn't I tell you?
No, there's something else you didn't tell me as well.
Perhaps you understand now why I hope to see Fred.
Well, I'm fairly broad-minded, so is Julie.
You didn't learn anything about where she might be.
Oh, I think she's laying fairly low at the moment.
I suppose she might have found some other shoulder to cry on.
Maybe.
It's easier to get over things when you're younger. Even more so when you're dancing. It was all Henry's damn fault. Shouldn't have spoken the way he did. It was cruel.
No, thanks. I gather he's not too keen on your love life.
He's always known about it, so why should he worry? His father was a bisexual like me, ballet dancer too. We never married, we always lived separately, even after Henry was born. Henry bears my maiden name.
Sorry.
That's right, I dropped the N. I was plain Lucy Donovan once. Most British ballerinas adopted a Russian name in my day. Go on.
Thanks. It's a nice piece, all right. Is that Stephanie?
Yes, that's her.
Mr. Nova, would you like to wait till Fred gets back? Or shall I go on with it?
Oh, please, find her. Say she's quite forgiven. I'll get Henry to apologize. Anything, but please, find her.
Whose car?
Hers, of course. I don't have that sort of youthful exuberance.
What the hell do you want?
Just a quiet word with Stephanie.
I told you, I don't know where she is.
Come on, mate, you're driving her car.
I bought it from her.
Look, all I want's a bit of cooperation.
I know what you bleeding want.
Oi! Leave him alone! Don't hurt him!
Well, it's your shout. All I want's to talk.
Come up.
This bastard's the snooper she hired to find you.
We could have avoided the rush stuff.
You want another round?
All right, leave it, Derek.
So I'm doing the job I'm paid to do, which is to give you a message you may already have heard.
And the answer's piss off. Both you and that dying bloody swine.
I said keep out of it. What Derek says is right, even if not gracefully put.
Well, she's prepared to overlook the theft. The police aren't involved.
She didn't steal anything.
That's true, I didn't.
But when the whole thing blew up, I used it as a good excuse to get away from her. I'm not going to go into the whole saga, my sex life, but I've decided I want to be with Derek.
Maybe you've got another kind of message.
Sure.
I won't be going back to her, or Henry. He's okay, but twisted. Aren't we all?
Except that somebody's been stealing.
I may be AC/DC, but I'm not dishonest. I didn't take those things.
You said theft was in your brief.
It's not in this case. But maybe you should do yourself a favour.
Well, naturally, I remember Madame de Nova. Most unusual.
As I'm working for her, who sold you the music box?
A young woman.
Would you know her if you saw her again?
Well, we do have quite sharp eyes in this trade, sir.
Is this her?
No, that's not her. Nothing like her.
I'm glad we sorted that out, really.
It's to your own advantage. Do you know where Henry Donovan works?
At the City Research Institute. He's pretty high up, senior lecturer.
Makes him sound quite sane.
He's dull as ditchwater, but quite brilliant, they say. I think he took up electronics as an antidote to his mum. Thanks again, Jack.
See ya.
Well, I suffered a complete rejection of the arts. Science was my joy, much to Mother's disgust.
I bet.
Never going to see them, haven't we?
What on earth is she doing? Private inquiries. I told her this is a job for the police.
So you're convinced that Stephanie stole from your mother?
Of course I am. Who else? She's been using my mother all along.
And you'd be happier if she didn't come back then?
Can I see you in a minute? I won't be long. I get so cross with my mother sometimes. She's forever rushing into relationships that are completely wrong for her. And now she has Stephanie brazenly stealing from her, and she wants her back.
Oh, by the way, I'm Fred Hurley's partner.
Ah, yes, Fred. We're brothers of the rod and line.
Yes, your mother showed me your catch. Well, from the trip with the city anglers.
And now you know I wasn't there.
Yes.
So you've discovered my little subterfuge. Unlike my mother, I enjoy a healthy heterosexual life, but I can never bring any of my girlfriends home because she starts to get bitchy and theatrical. It's even worse when she fancies them. So occasionally I use the excuse of a little fishing trip to fool her. Happy now, Mr. Bartholomew?
Give my regards to Fred, won't you?
Sure thing.
Why don't you come along with him to one of our social evenings? Fisherman's Pub on the river.
Yeah, I just might do that.
She stole £5,000 from my mother. In my opinion, she should be prosecuted.
Yeah, well, thanks for seeing me.
Hi. Come here.
Excuse me, mate. Are you deaf?
Are you blind?
Can you lip read? Because if you can, there's a tenor in it. Yeah? A bloke on the phone.
Just been here quizzing me. All sorts of questions. Who knows what he might find out? We must talk tonight. Good. Pick me up outside the office. Bye, my love. I love you too.
It's great. I can use you full time.
Pardon?
You don't believe her, surely, do you?
I checked. Well, that's what you asked me to do, wasn't it?
I asked you to find her, that's all. How dare she deny it?
They told me at the shop that it definitely wasn't Stephanie. Now, there's no reason for them to lie.
Where is she?
She made me promise not to tell you.
What?
Look, Mr. Nova, I delivered your message like you asked. Now, the rest is up to her.
All right. she with someone?
Yes,
Who is she?
it's a bloke.
Friend? You mean she...
I'm sorry.
It won't last.
Maybe not.
She'll come running back. And you won't give me her address?
No.
I'll talk to Fred.
Of course I won't tell her.
I just wish you'd been here to handle it.
Better your impersonal touch. I don't like cases involving friends.
Weirdo friends.
Now, much as I find Lucia amusing, I feel sorry for poor Henry. I must admit it's hard to hold a conversation with him without it always coming back to his mother. You must loathe her.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Lucia Denova can dance right out of my life.
All right. Now, that's interesting.
What are you doing?
I'm going over our little mini bank account, City Anglers.
What for?
Well, take a look. As treasurer, Henry withdrew £2,000 some weeks ago, leaving the account with a small overdraft.
Well, what are you saying? He had his fingers in the till?
Oh, no. No, it's not quite like that. He borrowed it. There, you see? Last week the money was repaid. I thought it was odd. The manager of the Fishery Hotel told me he had to represent our deposit cheque twice. That's why.
Oh, Henry had a cash flow problem.
Improper. If not strictly dishonest. I wonder what he's up to.
You're not suggesting we go on with this thing?
Well, I hate loose ends, don't you?
That's it.
Your friend Henry keeps racy company. Now, wait a minute. That's a casino. Yeah, I've worked it.
What, as a waitress?
Do you mind? Oh, I tell you, it's a lousy gig to get. The money's bad, you know, the gamblers, they don't listen.
You're still in the car.
Maybe she's coming back.
Let's go aboard. He didn't want to be seen with her.
Oh, he should be so lucky. Well, what do we do now?
I fancy a spin at the tables.
No way. Members only. You have to apply.
Don't know anything about it. I've been away fishing.
Something fishy about you two. It's you I've come to see, Bartholomew.
Yeah? What about?
I've just had my ear bent by a crazy old bat called Denova. Stolen property. She's making a complaint against a girl who stayed at her house. I believe you know who she is.
Isn't theft a mite small time for an officer of your eminence?
Oh, I have a boss who's a ballet freak.
Well, you find something new about people all the time.
Yes, he's a fan of Denova's and he wants this matter cleared up.
Well, Stephanie Garfield didn't steal anything, I checked.
Oh, you checked, did you? Oh, very kind of you to save police shoe leather.
Well, what did Miss Denova tell you?
I want this girl's address, Bartholomew.
Look, it was a lover's quarrel. Stephanie didn't steal anything. She just changed partners. I wouldn't tell your boss about it. G'day, mate. The manager about?
Huh?
The manager. You know, the jacket that runs...
May I be of assistance?
Yeah, you the manager?
A casino director.
Well, any chance of a drink?
I'm afraid we're not open in the daytime.
Well, that's typical, isn't it? I mean, any other country, they'd be dragging it off you 24 hours a day. No, sorry, no offence, you being the owner.
Not me, alas. I simply work for a consortium of gentlemen who pay me to greet the customers. I'm the Honourable Sheridan Thurley, by the way.
One title to another. Jack Bartholomew.
Well, only a sort of title in my case. And yours?
Sir Jack. My father was an English baronet.
Really? Well, it's very nice to meet you, Sir Jack.
How about a few beers then?
I wish I could. But my employers are not exactly gentlemen. If they lost their license, I'd lose more than the jolly old job.
No worries.
What is it you actually want?
Plain and simple, Sherry, old mate. A friend of mine, Henry Donovan, recommended this place.
Ah, yes, Mr. Donovan.
I was hoping to skin a few bob off you.
All our clients have the chance to win. Would you like to fill out a membership form?
Yeah, too right I would.
Got quite a few Aussies, actually. Soft spot for them. I was at Geelong shortly after the Prince.
Get away with you.
There we are. We require a credit card number in case of emergencies.
Right. Any limits?
Well, officially, none are set. We ban personal computers, but calculators are all right. Your friend Henry Donovan uses one all the time.
Winning and losing.
We have both winners and losers, Sir Jack, like any casino.
Right. You know something? You're my favourite client. Sure. And singer, too. Bye. OK, Julie, Barbie swaps and does your Earl's Court job. You know you're giving money away.
I really don't mind.
I thought you hated that casino booking.
It's summer. I love the river.
But you live on the river.
Mwah. Thanks, Reuben.
Oh, one thing you better know. Tonight's OK, but tomorrow night's a gala night. Mississippi Gamblers Night. Fancy dress and a cruise downriver, all the deep south crap. Check your band sheets. Glad you made the swap?
There'll never be a night without you, boy, without you, boy. Without me, without you, never be a night. There'll never be a night without me, without you, never be a night. Well, there'll never be a night without me, without you, never be a night. Never be a night.
No more bets.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And now for a number that some of you may or may not be familiar with. Don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Don't know when I've been so blue. Don't know what's come over you. You found someone.
Place your bets, please. Good evening, sir.
And don't it make my brown eyes blue. I'll be fine when you're gone. No more bets, please. I'll just cry. Number one, all my love.
Good evening, Sir Jack.
We need news titles, Sherry, OK?
Well, no, sir. Understood. Please accept these with our compliments.
Oh, good on you.
18 red.
Easy come, easy go. You should try the other table. Croupier. She's Henry's girlfriend.
You two have met up, I see.
Yeah, we might join forces at the table, so watch it.
Hope you don't mind I use your name as an intro.
Are you investigating me?
I was checking out a few things.
Such as?
Well, the little matter of the Angler's bank account, for one.
So you found out about that?
Fred did. He's not too pleased with you, Henry.
It was only a loan I made to myself and paid back.
What, till you started winning again?
I'm not listening to any more of this.
Does the Honourable Sheridan know about you and his lady croupier?
Deborah happens to be my girlfriend.
Your fishing trip?
Yes.
I'd watch it, Henry. Sherry says his bosses can get a little heavy.
The assistant says that she's the girl that sold him the music box.
Henry's girlfriend? Well, she's quite a stunner. Leading him astray, do you think? No, he always seemed the confirmed bachelor type to me. Crafty old Henry.
Crooked old Henry.
I mean, he borrowed money from other people, stole antiques from his mother, presumably to gamble with.
But do we know if he's in debt?
Fred, you know what they say, the house always wins.
Henry!
Well, I hope I've done the right thing.
You didn't have any choice.
No, I suppose not. With that pest of an Australian breathing down my neck, it'll have to be tonight before he and Fred Hurley discover any more.
Just as long as this device of yours works.
It works, all right.
$27.
Again.
$13.
Again.
$6.
The ball will always land in that sector.
Going abroad?
Not just for a holiday. For good, he says. How could Henry treat me like this? Leave me all alone? It's such a shock.
You phoned his office?
He hasn't been in.
Well, there's nothing you can do to stop him going away if he wants to.
Please, if he hasn't yet left the country, try and find him. I'm convinced he's getting himself into some trouble or other.
He already has. You realize now that it was Henry who was stealing from you?
Yes, I suppose it must have been Henry.
Damn that Bartholomew. I would have liked another week at least.
Well, never mind. Tonight there'll be a lot of wealthy punters aboard. They always turn up for the Mississippi event. If you strike it rich, it won't be half so noticeable as on a quiet night.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Tomorrow morning we'll be in Spain with $500,000. Just keep your cool.
Let's get up at some pieces. The most important part of all. Now, you must remember not to mix these up when you make the switch with the ones in the casino.
Jesus, that was close.
What happened?
Sheridan turned up.
I know. What did you say?
It's all right, Henry. I told him that I'd come back because I'd lost my credit cards. He believed me. He was most concerned.
Did you get it done?
Of course. Ta-da!
You stole it?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
La Donova was quite hysterical when she phoned. God, imagine having a mother like that. Most mums are impossible, but it must be hell having one that's bent.
So you know about that?
Well, she fancy radio. Funny, isn't it, how a genius jumps out of a background like his?
Is he a genius?
Oh, yes. Nobody understands electronics like Henry Donovan. Heaven knows what this institute will do without him.
Listen, did he give any indication yesterday that he was leaving?
Well, he was twitchy after you left him. I thought you were one of his fishing pals. Didn't know you were a private detective. What's he done?
Did you know he had a girlfriend?
Henry? She must be the drab of the year.
There's a bit more flash than that. That's her there.
Well, I'll be damned. Debbie?
Do you know her?
Deborah Lewis in the bursar's office.
Yeah, she's also a croupier on a riverboat casino.
Well, no wonder she looks so tired some morning.
Hi. Listen, can you give me her address?
We can afford plenty more of this.
I just hope we're not jumping fences. What the blazes are you doing here?
Well, the gambling bug's really got you, hasn't it, Henry? What sort of game are you rehearsing here?
I could have you arrested.
Sure. Pick up the phone, call the police, ask for Detective Sergeant McBride.
Yes?
Look, can you do me a favour?
Who is this?
Don't worry about that. Look, I'm stuck up here on the roof, at the top of the lift shaft.
Is that you, Mr. Bartholomew?
Who's that?
Lucia Denova.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mr. Gung-Ho.
What is this, Sherry?
Why, that's a mint julep,
16
ma'am.
red. What the hell's going on?
Someone's winning too much.
Good luck to them. Hope they break the bank.
Same here. What do you think?
Place your bets. No more bets. $22 black.
Maybe you should quit before you lose it all.
Tonight's a high limit. You're not thinking of closing the table, surely?
No, of course not.
Place your bets.
6, 11, 13.
He's bound to lose. No system works for long.
No more bets. $13, black.
How the hell did you get stuck up there?
Just don't ask.
Well, where's Henry?
I don't know, but him and his girlfriend are going to work some sort of scam on the Riverboat Casino unless we get there first.
11, black.
Congratulations. I think I'll stop now. Hope I didn't spoil your evening.
Not at all. We like to see our customers happy.
Where's the bloody boat?
And where's McBride?
Good evening, Sir Jack. Fancy a sail? What? It's gala night tonight. They moor up at Festival Pier.
Well, can you get up to Festival Pier?
Well, I can't drive your car.
I'll drive.
Look, here, I'll see you up there.
We agreed, no change of plan.
Well, I think we should get off here as soon as we're moored up.
What's the hurry?
Listen, Henry. It doesn't make any sense to go back downriver. Suppose Bartholomew's managed to raise the alarm.
Yes, maybe you're right. But Sheridan will think it's odd.
No, he won't. Look, you can get off this boat anywhere you please. It's me who has to sneak off.
Listen, McBride, how come you know so much about floating casinos, anyhow?
Didn't I tell you? I'm a member. Quite a few of us have a flutter. Helps us relax.
Cheer these lights.
There she's mooring.
I'll have that bag. There's a good fellow.
What the hell are you playing at?
Well, you did the playing. We're exceedingly grateful and all that. Now the bag.
What does he mean, we?
I'm sorry, Henry.
You set me up.
I've got ashore.
I don't understand, robbing your own casino.
Not my casino, Henry. I wish it was. Now give Deborah the bag.
Thank God you're all right. I'm going to take care of you. You mustn't worry about a thing.
When can I start my prison sentence?
Oh, Jesus, a car!
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm only flesh and blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good, strong boy, know what I mean, Harry? Robert Lindsay stars as a boxer in the first episode of the comedy Seconds Out this afternoon at 2:30 here on UK Gold. Next today, road haulage drama with The Brothers.